had our basics of networking class, and during that time, we're introduced to the very basic things that we need to know about networking. We learned about the components, the devices that we could normally find in network. We learned about
Hey, please, can you start recording on your end?
Okay, let me see if I can do that. Yeah, I can hear you. Can I really do that? I'm seeing view stream on YouTube, copy stream. I'm not seeing. Let me see. No, I can't record.
Please, can you click on the option button? You're supposed to see a record there. Are you using your desktop? You're using your computer, right?
Yeah, I'm on desktop. Yeah, I can see the live. I can see the YouTube icon beside it.
Okay, don't worry. Let me just do it from my end. Let me just record here. All right, you can go ahead. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so welcome back, guys. I was trying to help us understand that our class today is going to just build on what we have learned from the basics of networking that we went through on Friday. So we're going to be seeing how we can practically demonstrate some of those things that we have learned about and just have fun with the Cisco packet tracer. So in the course of our discussion today, I want you to take note of these things that we're going to cover so that if I skip or miss any of them, then you can just remind me so that we touch on everything. We're going to talk about what the Cisco packet tracer is, how to install it. For those who have been asking, yes, we're going to actually install it. So if you have your system ready, you'll be able to install as we do the demonstration. If your network is good, you can actually follow up and do that. We're also going to be introducing us to the interface, all the icons that you can see there, and what you can do with them. We're also going to see how you begin to deploy different devices and assets and tools on your logical workspace so you can set up your network. We're going to be connecting them with different types of cables. And then we are going to be trying to see, do some tests to see whether our connection is actually okay. That's pretty much what we are going to be doing today. So get ready. Okay. Quickly, the Cisco Packet Tracer is just what it is. It's a networking simulation tool. Because you are trying to learn networking, you don't have to buy like 10 computers or laptops in your house and then wire all of them and try to connect them to the internet. So the Cisco Packet Tracer is just a way of helping you to set up a network in your logical space without actually having all of those assets. So you can play with the configuration, you can connect them, you can link to the internet, you can test, you can ping, you can do all sorts of things. You can do, you can even deploy your IoT devices, build your own home network on your laptop, just on just your one laptop. That's what you're going to be doing with the Cisco Packet Tracer, really. So that's what it really is about. Then, now that we know what the Cisco Packet Tracer does, we're going to move quickly to the next part, which is the fun part, how to install it on your laptop. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. For those who have gone ahead to look for how to do this, you see that just by Googling Cisco Packet Tracer, at any point if you cannot hear me or anything is going on wrong, please just put it in the chat box and the admins will take it up and let me know. Okay, thank you. I just want to put that out there. All right, so we're going to move quickly to how we are going to install the Cisco Packet Tracer. Now, if you go to, let me just minimize and go to my browser. I have a link I'll post to you, but for those who don't want to do that, okay, sorry. I want to share my screen. Okay. Can someone confirm if they can see my screen, please?
Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay, so I'm trying to migrate to where you see the all right. So can you still see my screen? I'm on Google now. Is that what you're seeing?
Yes.
All right, great. So I'm just going to type Cisco packet tracer. I did that earlier today, so it's just on my recent searches. You can just do that and allow it to load. So when it loads, you're going to see the first thing there is from NetAcad. It's also a property of Cisco. But what I like to use is the skill for all, because that's what I actually used while taking some of their courses, which is like a third link there. Get started with Cisco packet tracer. You can see that, right?
Yes.
All right, great. So I've just tapped on that link. Okay. So we are on the link, we are on that page, and I'm trying to get the link now. Let's see. If you are on your laptop, you can actually do this with me. You'll see that I'm now on the page that's asking me to download and use Cisco Packet Tracer. If you can see my mouse, I'm hovering around it right now. Download and use Cisco Packet Tracer. I'm going to click that, right? Okay. So when I get to the resource, I'm going to just copy the link and paste it in the chat box for those who are still taking long. All right, so download Cisco Packet Tracer. I'm going to click on this now. Here's the link. I'm just going to click right click and copy it, and I'm going to put it in the chat box. Yeah, like so. Yeah. So I just pasted the link in the chat box. I'm going back to that tab now. All right. So I'm going to click on it. There are several options, like depending on your device, that you can actually get your packet tracer on. It's free for everyone to download Cisco packet tracer. If you are using a Windows laptop, for example, the third link here is going to serve you. I hope everybody can see it. Windows 64-bit. If you're on the MacBook, that will be the first link. If you are using Kali Linux device, you can use this second one in the middle. I also understand we have some modules that is compatible with mobile devices, tablets and smartphones, for example. You just need to look for it. All right, so you have the download and installation instructions here, which can really save you. You can click on the link, but all the steps are here in this page. I'm not going to follow all the steps because I already have Packet Tracer on my device, but I'm just showing you how you can get it. Anybody who is following the steps and you are clicking on it, you are downloading, please let us know. We can actually wait for you to install yours and share your experience. Is there anybody doing that right now?
Yes, I am, but I'm not able to click on the link for the Windows. Do we have to log in first?
Are you? No. Are you on this page I am right now?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
okay, so can you click on this 64-bit link?
I'm trying to click on it. It's not working.
Yeah, I think we have to sign up or log in before we can click on that.
Okay, just sign up. Sign up with your Google account. Just use the open authentication there. You don't need to create a new system. Sign up with your Gmail and you'll be up very fast.
Okay.
Because you are going to actually, after downloading, you are still going to need your that account to actually access the packet tracer. So just sign up right away. Okay, so while they are doing that, just want to know when they successfully install the packet tracer on their laptops, and then we can go from there. All right, I have a packet tracer on my device. I'm going to show you right here my own.
Hello?
Yeah.
So I've downloaded the application and I've been able to install it as well, but they are asking me, would you like to run multi-user when application starts? I don't know what that means.
You can just say no to that. It's not necessary for us to run multi-user.
Okay, thank you.
So when you open the app, it's going to tell you to select whether or not you are using you're learning from Cisco Ski for All or NetAcad. We just select Ski for All. That's where we actually downloaded from. Okay. While we are waiting for them to do that, can you see my screen on my desktop now? Can you see where my mouse is? I'm about to launch the app, the Cisco Packet Tracer. Hello? Guys.
Yes, sir, we are with you, sir.
Okay, you can see, you are my desktop. You can see my desktop. No, I'm opening.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes,
all right, great. I just double tapped on that. Okay, let us know when you finish. Okay, so it's loading up. Okay. So, like I told you, it's going to ask you. It's going to bring this page for you, actually. Let me just move it around.
So it has asked.
All right, so just select Ski for All, like I'm doing now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm successfully logged in. I can minimize this space and go back to packet tracer. And I am here. You should be here. Let me know when you're here. Okay, who is that person? Somebody is admin, please, you can actually mute whoever is talking. All right, thank you for unmuting that. Okay, so we are here. I'm going to walk us through what we are seeing on our screen right now. Okay, so here we are. On the top, you are going to see some very familiar icons. For many of us who have been using.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
I'm seeing a pop-up here. It's saying a window, a new window has been opened in your browser. Please sign in using your skill for all credentials. But I'm not seeing any new window opened in my browser.
Okay. Let's look around.
But I do have a skill for all accounts. Yeah, but I'm not seeing any new windows open there.
Okay. Look at your browser. Just look at your browser. Look around. It should be open somewhere. You cannot give it a pop-up without actually popping something. Look around. If you see it.
Okay, sir. I'll quickly check.
Yes, please. Okay. The other lady too, you can let us know when you actually successful. Okay. Like I was saying, you're going to see a bunch of items on the top of the screen where I am right now. You can see you are seeing the file. Under this file, you can just choose to begin work on a new project entirely. You could actually save what you have been doing. Here you have new. You can open here. There are some pre-done sample projects that you can actually look at and use it to practice and learn. Here you can save what you've done. You can print. You can check the network information. your identity, you can set it up for packet tracer, just all of these things, copy, paste. You are familiar with all these things, undo, redo. So if you took a step, you want to go back one step, you can undo. You want to reverse what you just did, you can redo. All of that, just exactly as you're familiar with them on Microsoft, on Google Docs, and all the rest of them. It's exactly what this top panel is doing. So you can zoom in, you can return, you can reset to the natural setting of your screen. You can zoom out. Okay, you can view your entire workspace. All these things, view all command entered. All these things are just what you can use. You can use this one to select, delete. If you put, for example, you put a router or a switch on your logical workspace, and maybe you change your mind, you don't need it anymore. You can just delete that, right? So that's pretty much here. You can place a note. Let's say, for example, you have put a. Let me just pick this router. You have put this router here. You can place a note to describe what it is doing, right? And write. You can say this is router 1 or router X, for example. You can just use to describe what that is. And if you are not happy with what you just did, you can simply undo and delete. To ask if you are sure you want to delete, say yes, and it's gone. Delete this also, yes, and they are all gone. So when you are done deleting, go back to click that delete icon and to change your password for you, or you just go and select something new entirely. All right, so that's it for what we are seeing at the top. We are more interested in what's happening at the bottom here, so just follow me. In our last class, we talked about the end devices, we talked about the network devices, we talked about the connectors, we talked about the different types of cabling that you can use in your network. All of those things are actually on your packet tracer. So we're going to look at this menu at the bottom right here. I would have loved if those who have installed can just open up and then confirm that they can see all of these things. So on the bottom here, the first row, you see network devices. If you click on that, you're going to see a bunch of them, the subcategories under the network devices. The first one being router. When you click on router, you will see an array here of all the routers. You can deploy any one of them. You have switches, hubs, wireless devices, security devices, cloud storage, and all the rest of them. That's for your network devices. Now, the next tab is going to be end devices. That's going to be talking about your laptop. Where am I? Yes. Okay. Have I clicked on that? Okay. Yes. So you're going to have another subcategory for your end devices. You have your PC, laptop, server. I can't see clearly what the other ones are. Network controller, printer, IP phone. Just name it. All your end devices you could be thinking about, you have them there. Then talking about the third one, which is your components. When you want to deploy IoT devices, you actually have an array of them as well. You have boards, you have actuators, you have sensors. You can play around with IoT devices. You are building a network for your home, for example. You want a sensor to monitor the water level in your bathroom or your swimming pool. Well, you can just deploy that. You can deploy something to monitor your door when they are opening and closing. You can just have fun with Cisco Packet Tracer. The fourth one has to do with cabling. So we have different cable types that we use to connect the devices you are deploying on your network. You have, let me go over this here. This arrays, I have to be closing something. Okay. How do I move this around? Okay. All right. Good. So we have the console, You have the copper straight through, copper crossover. You are going to use pretty much many of them in our practical class. So you have the coaxial cable. You learned about this coaxial on Friday. I'm very sure because I was in that class too. You have pretty much all of these connectors that can use to. You have miscellaneous devices here. In there is some servers, you have switches, laptops, PCs. So that's pretty much it. There's only one thing I skipped here under the end devices. You could actually have some collection of end devices for your home. When you go to home, you're going to see all of these things here. You can deploy any of them when you are building your network. You want to build a home network, you can actually have your fan, light bulb, refrigerator, whatever you want to call it. You have the other one for a smart city. Typical devices you see in a city, the power grid, the street lamp, solar panel, all of them, you can have them. They are all available for you to work with. So I'm very sure that by now we are seeing just how much fun you can have with Cisco Packet Tracer. You can see that there's endless possibility of what you can create. Whatever network you want to imagine that you want to build, that you want to play with, you can actually just try it out with Cisco Packet Tracer. So we are going to start. We are done with the interface now. We are going to start deploying devices on our network. So that's going to be next to do. Okay. All right. So when you want to deploy a device on your network or on your logical workspace, there are two ways you could do it. The first one is that you just look for that. If you are looking for a network device, for example, you know where to go as you have gone through the entire screen. It comes to your network devices. If it's a switch, you go to switch and select a switch, right? Let's say I want to deploy this 2960, for example. I tap on it and I come to my logical workspace and tap, and then it is deployed, right? Very simple. The other way is to drag and drop. So I want to deploy the same 2960. I come here. Please let me know if you are following. If you are not following, I could go back. You're going to click on it, drag and drop. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now, you have placed those two on your logical workspace. And if, for example, you want to, you don't want to keep going back each time where you want to pick a particular network device, you could just hold your control button while you are selecting. So I'm going to push down on my control button. I'm going to select the same 2960. I'm going to tap on my screen. I could do this as many times as I need. If I want to have 10, I could just keep going, all right? That's pretty much it. So just to show you how you can play around with deploying. Okay, so let's say you don't want to come here and each time. I'm done, so I'm going to unclick. You can see this here. If I continue tapping to keep going on, so you can just come here and stop that. I've had enough of the 2960s. All right. The next thing you're going to do, if you have a switch, this switch 0 already deployed here, I want to copy it. I could just select, drag a box over it. It will look faded like it is now. You're going to hold your control button and drag. I've copied it. You could also deploy it that way. Okay, so that's just to show us all about that. That's deploying. You can use the same thing for a PC, whatever it is. I'm going to go for a new workspace now. So I'm going to click on no. Okay. I'm not saving this, so I just click on no. If you want to save it, click on yes, so that you can save the work you have done. So I have a new workspace now. Okay, now that we have done that, we want to move on to the next thing we are going to do. We are going to try to set up a simple network. on our package tracer. Okay, so let me think of what we can do. Going to those who are installing, how far have we gone? Have we been able to install successfully? Have we had any challenges? Let us know.
Yes, sir. Yes, I have a challenge in installing. He's saying, will I like to use multi-user startup for the application?
Okay, were you the one that asked the same question earlier?
No, different. I mean, he's a different person.
Okay, you could just say no to that. It's not necessary for you to do that, to have multi-user. It doesn't actually define your experience with packages. Okay. All right. What of the other person, the lady?
Yeah, it's actually downloading very slow. So I'm almost like 95% done.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good. All right. I'm trying to look for a simple network we can just create. Let me see. All right, so let's deploy some devices. Let's deploy some switches and PCs. Okay. All right.
Alex, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not seeing your screen. I'm so sorry.
Can somebody confirm they can see my screen because it's still sharing?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
It's on basket tracer.
Oh, great. So please check your network. The person that just spoke, his screen is, I can see it's sharing as we speak.
Maybe we should try and rejoin.
Yes, you can leave and thank you. You can leave and come back again. That will just help you to catch up. Okay, so let's deploy some switches. Let's start from here. So we're going to come to switches and network devices. So I'm going to come up to network devices. Down here, you see routers and switches. So I've selected switches. I'm going to click on 2960. Let's have two of those. So I click here. I have one 2960. I click again, and I have another. So it's just naming as I'm deploying switch 0 and switch 1. That one is done. Let's now, it's already labeled switch 0 and 1. Then we're going to deploy, let's put 6 PCs on this local space. We have money. Money is not our problem. Let's buy like six computers. So I'm going to, I don't want to do that one by one. So I'm pushing the control button down. I've selected, I'm going to have PC1 here, PC2, PC3, PC4, 5, and 6. So you can actually move. Okay, I'm done. I'll go and uncheck this so I doesn't keep selecting more PCs. I want to arrange this, make it a little nicer. I'm just dragging it around, really. Okay, so we have 6 PCs. We have 2 switches on our logical workspace. Then we are going to cable them. We want to connect these guys together. So we're going to select the copper straight through cable. We're going to select the copper straight through. Let's go and look for a cable in the market here where you have this that looks like a spark. Yes. So where's the copper straight through? Yes, this guy. Okay. So I've selected the copper straight through. I'm going to be connecting each of the PCs to the respective switch so that we can network them together. Okay. All right. I'm on PC0 now. We are using the Ethernet cable. If you look at your laptop, you are going to see the icon that looks exactly like this guy, this yellow port here. That's the Ethernet port. That's where your RJ45 cable goes into when you are building a wired network, really. So I'm going to have selected it. I want to connect it to this switch. Okay, so I'm going to connect it to this guy. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the other. I'm going to use the same copper straight through. Connect PC1 to. I'm going to use the same fast internet to the switch. I'm just using the next one, port 2. We'll do the same thing for this.
Sorry, can you tell us what you're doing and why you're doing that?
Okay, can I tell you what?
Can you tell us what exactly you're doing and why you're doing that? A little bit of explanation, if you don't mind.
All right, no problem at all. Okay, so what we are doing here is that we are deploying, we're trying to build a network here. That's the whole purpose of this course. So this is just one of the sample networks we are building. And for us to build a network, like we learned, okay, so let me back up a little bit. Yeah, that's a good question. For you to build a network, you have your end devices, your laptops, your desktops, your phones, your IP phones, whatever it is you are deploying, your end devices that you're actually working with. You want to connect them to the network, and your network devices you have hubs, you have switches, you have routers. So here I'm using switches. That's why I deployed, let me come back. That's why I deployed switch 0. That's what I started with actually. If you followed switch 0 and switch 1, I have 2 switches here. And I also deployed 6 pieces. I want to show you how you deploy all this stuff, right? And if you're on your laptop, you will also be doing exactly the same thing. Just to show you building network, building simple network on the logical workspace. Have I answered your question, please?
Sort of. So you're trying to show us how to deploy switches into end user devices?
Yes. So yes, we have deployed the end devices. We have the switches, which are the connectors for them. We're not trying. What I was doing before you asked the question was try to link them up, connect the PC to the switch.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we have connected 2 of the PCs to the first switch. I'm just going to connect the third one right now. All right, that is done. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing for the other set of PCs. You're just going to connect them through the Ethernet cable and connect to the switch, the Ethernet port 1. This guy is going to connect to port 2. Just basically just playing around with it, see what we can do with. Okay. All right, that is done. So we have connected all the PCs to the switches. Now we don't want these 2 networks to be apart. We want to make them a single network. So you're going to connect the 2 switches together. For us to connect the switches, we are going to use a copper crossover cable to do that. So we're going to select that cable I just mentioned. Let's look for it in the array here. Let me see. Yeah, I think this guy. Yes. All right. So let's see. Switch 2. Gigabit Ethernet 0, 1. connect to this guy. So for those ones we have connected, you are going to be seeing that status light. Right now, the last one I just did is showing, is it orange? It's connecting in progress. But when they are linked and ready, you're going to see that status symbol that shows green. In the next sample we are deploying, we are going to actually try to ping this network and see to confirm that they are actually really connected, right? We're going to be doing that next. This is just for us to show how we can do this. So whatever it is you are deploying, whatever, okay. Banner, please ask your question.
So I'm done installing. So I wanted to ask that should we do exactly what you're doing?
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. You could actually do that. That's the whole point of us being here. Just trying to, because it doesn't end here. This is just showing you, you're just looking around here, really. You could pick up a project for yourself. You can look at your own network, for example. What do you have in your house? How are they connected? Can I do something like that? Can I deploy a TV? Can I deploy this and that? Yes, you can. Try to do something fun with Cisco Packet Tracer. Try to see how you configure stuff. We're going to do some configuration also today. So just stay with me. Yeah. So you could follow through and do that. Okay. So that one is done. What we are going to do now, we want to configure end devices. Not just deploying them like we have done here. I'm going to close this out. So you can follow, if you want to follow, you can start following this new workspace I want to create. We want to we actually want to configure end devices, really. That's the next thing we want to do. Yeah. So going to, okay, another person is raising there. Let's see. Caesar, please go ahead.
Please, what version of packet tracer are we to download?
8.2, that's the latest one. 8.2. If you go to the links I shared with you, you're going to get 8.2. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. I'm going to create a new workspace entirely. Right. Okay, so we have a new workspace. For this one, we want to deploy devices. We also want to try and see how we can configure them. So that is the next thing we want to do. Just to backtrack a bit, you understand that when you are trying to configure your end devices, you could statically configure them. That is, you are going to be, as the network administrator, you are going to issue or set up the IP for each of the devices you are deploying your network by yourself. That is static configuration. But when you are doing dynamic DHCP, you are going to allow your domain server to assign IP addresses to each of them. So we are going to see how just on packet tracer to try and achieve that while you are configuring your end devices. For us to start, let's also start again by deploying our devices like we did the first time. So for those who want to practice, this is how you start. You could go to, let me see. All right, you are going to deploy 2960 switch. So let's go. Network devices, switches, 2960. Yeah, I have my 2960. Then you're going to deploy two PCs as well. Let's just do that. in devices, PC. Okay, PC one and sorry, let me just do this. Two. Okay, let me look at some people are raising their hands. Caesar, is that a new hand? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please, I don't know what happened. So I got disconnected and I joined back now so that the stuff is no longer there. Are you trying to do another one?
Yes, I'm trying to do another one. So you can start with this new one. I just started actually. Are you on your packet tracer?
Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah. So just the way I showed us, you can deploy a 2960 switch, go through the array at the bottom, look for a switch 2960, place it on your logical workspace. Then also two pieces. That's all I've done here. Please let me know when you're done.
Yeah, done.
All right, perfect. All right, good. So now we're going to connect these devices. Where's my cursor? We're going to connect them. So connect fast Ethernet 0 on another hand. Banire, Ahmed, Adigun, please.
Yeah, why are we choosing the 2960 switch?
You
Because
could
I
use any
just
switch. You
okay.
can use any switch, yes.
I just want to
Yes,
be
you can
sure.
use,
That's why.
yeah, you can use any switch. Everything here, you can build your home network, you can build your city network, you can do whatever you like. You can build your dream city on packet tracer. I've put all the fun stuff you want to have there. We are just using these ones to show us samples of what we can do, setting up a network, configuring devices, confirming that they are connected and all that. So that's just what we're doing. Okay, so we have those two. We're going to connect, for those who are following, we're going to connect fast Ethernet 0 on PC 0 to fast Ethernet 01 on switch 0. So we're going to use copper straight through cable. Locate that cable. I'm looking for the cable now. This fast Ethernet 0, 0. Connecting it to the switch. Just the first one. The same thing for this. 0. Tap. All right. Okay. So now we are going to configure these devices. Are you there? We're about to configure. What am I saying?
What connection did you use? Is it straight through?
Yes, please. Copper straight through, yes.
Please, mine is showing red. Those
Don't worry,
arrow
it
that
will,
is
it will
showing
change.
mine is showing red.
Yeah, it just
No.
the status. It will change in a minute. Has it changed now?
Done.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
though.
Okay, mine has changed though.
Zero.
You said?
I connected mine to fast Ethernet 0/2.
Yeah, you can actually do that. Okay, are we together now?
Yes, we are together. We are together.
Okay, good. Let's configure the PCs. So click on PC 0, for example. Ahmed, you can ask your question, please. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So a quick question. I noticed something when I'm trying to connect the PC to the switch. I'm seeing like a list of ports, or what is it called?
Yeah.
That I can connect to. So now the names are written there. How will I know, like when I'm in a real time, how will I know the exact port to connect to? As I can see here, there are lots of yellow ones and just 2 oranges. So how will I know the exact one to connect to? Or
Okay.
are they all the same thing?
Let me just understand what you're asking. You have deployed the PCs. You have your switch, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're trying to connect it with the straight through cable.
Yes, I've connected. I've connected actually, but when you want to connect to the switch, you will see a lot of options there, like
yes,
ports where you can connect to, and we are using that first one there. I'm asking, like, in a real time, how do you know the exact ports where you connect to?
Okay, so it depends on what network you're building. You are building a wired network, a local area network, for example, where you're using the coaxial cable. You are using your Ethernet cable. The Ethernet cable are going to go into an Ethernet port, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and if you look at those lists there, you will see on the switch side, switch is like a connector. It's like, let's just use the example we are very familiar with, your extension box, for example. You can plug different things there. So your switch, behind your switch, you have an array of Ethernet ports. Some of them we have 32, 16, I think some should have 64 or more. So you could actually use any of them as long as you're connecting Ethernet to Ethernet, right? So what we are just doing, we just start from the top. We just look at, we just click 01 for the first one, 02 for the second one. If we have 6 connections we want to do, like the last deployment we did, it will actually go from 0 to 5, right?
Okay. I'm seeing that. So what of that console up there? There's a console.
Yeah, so the console is for a different connection, depending on what you're connecting. If you're connecting your gaming device, for example, we are going to connect it to your console.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, if you are deploying if you are deploying, is this Sega? What are they playing now? PS or something.
PlayStation.
You're going to PlayStation. You're going to be using your console to connect that. Your switch has that facility. If you are using a router, it should also have a port that you can use to connect to the internet directly. The switch cannot connect to the internet, but the router can do that. So you're going to be having that as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try and configure the PC.
Hello, sorry.
Okay.
So for that example you just did now, why can't a game station connect to an RG45?
Yeah, so for those connections, the communication that is expected at those ports are different.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me just give another example very quickly that you are very familiar with. You see those yellow, black, and white cable you use to connect ZGS or GoTV now?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you take the output signal for sound from your decoder and you put it on your display for your TV, is it going to work?
No, it's not.
No, because that's not the communication is expecting in that place. So that's exactly what's happening here. You should put the connection in the right port where that communication is. The signals is entirely different for each one of them. It's unique. So we want to deploy it to exactly where it belongs to.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Let's do our configuration. Okay, we are clicking on PC0. When you tap on it, you're going to see the physical, and I'm going to take a minute to explain what you are seeing here before we
I have
actually
a
do
question.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I try to click on the PC, it keeps showing the arrow for the connection. I'm trying to remove it. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, is it possible that you have done something wrong with your connection, because it's not supposed to? It's just supposed to allow you to click. Like, can you not just tap on the PC? Just tap on it like I just did.
It's showing
It's
the
not.
arrow for. It's showing the arrow for as if I want to connect a cable.
Okay, that means you have not connected now.
I've actually done the two already.
Okay, you know what you're going to do? Go and uncheck at the bottom, at that bottom array where you selected the cable. Go and uncheck that selection.
Okay. Okay, I've done that. Thank you.
All right. Okay, great. So let's go back to this. Are you here?
Yes.
Okay, nice. On this interface now, you're going to see a lot of things that you can play around with. Just on this area where you are seeing the modules, there are different modules that you can, like some of us that have maybe a slow laptop, you want to remove your 2 gig RAM, you want to put 8, you understand what I mean? This is the market where you go to change the properties of your computer. For example, here you have a microphone, right? You have a headphone. If you want to deploy that, you can do it on your laptop. Where I am right now, if you can see, let me see if I can. Is it possible? Ooh, that's too much. Okay. All right. So here, this is the power button. I'll click it off. If you notice, it's off now. So when you want to make those changes to the system, just like with your own system, if you want to change your motherboard, for example, or you want to change your screen or anything, you power it off, you do the change, and then you power back off. So here I'm going to switch it off. I'm going to make your changes. For example, this Ethernet cable, right? This is an Ethernet port on this system, on this computer tower. If you want to change it, you can just drag out. It's already empty. That's joined the list here. Then you can deploy something else. Let's say I want to use the wireless now. I can bring this here and I have a wireless connection. If that's what I'm trying to set up, but that's not what I'm doing. Just showing you what I'm doing. Where was my old this thing? All right, it's back. So that's just that. Now let's go to our configuration. So you can actually change it. You said?
We should power it on.
Yes, power it on, please. I'm just showing you what you can do. You can, yes, keep it on. All right. So that's for physical. You are altering the physical properties of the system here. That's what I just did. The next tab is config. This is where you're going to configure it, right? Now, here is what I was mentioning earlier. You could actually configure, this is the PC name. You can rename it, right? I can put my name here if that's what I want to do, and it will be my name. I'm just going to leave it as PC. Then now it's on static configuration, right? For the IP. That means you as a network admin are going to put the IP address for this PC by yourself. For this, we are going to use the following. Let's put 192.168.1.1, right? Have you done that?
Yes, we've put the IP. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's put subnet mask 255.255.255.0.
Sorry, I noticed that my own interface is showing fast Ethernet 0, and yours is different.
Okay, that means I messed up with it when I did that switch. I'm noticing something also. Let me switch it back off. What is on your own this thing there?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, just click like I'm clicking. What's the name on the bottom here? What's the name of the components here of this card?
Okay, it's showing WMP300N module.
Okay. Did you do what I did earlier?
What's that?
Did you like switch up? Okay, you've been following. All right. Actually, I did not pay attention to what I removed from here the first time. I'm supposed to be seeing. Okay, please put this host NM. This PT host NM. Please go back, switch off, and change. No, wait. Don't do that yet.
No, I think the right one is WMP300N. WMP300N.
But I'm not seeing it here anymore.
The W is the wireless.
Okay, this one. The W is the wireless. I had an Ethernet port here before.
Why I removed it. Please pick the third one.
The third one, okay.
Yeah.
Mine is actually showing something like RJ45 connector, where you are showing yours.
Okay, this might be it. This might be it, right? Okay, great. So please, let's put this one back. It's actually affecting my configuration. That's why I have to come back here. Okay, so I'll turn it back on. If you have put that, you can turn it back on. Let's go and do the configuration.
Sorry, Mr. Coyote, can I ask a question, please?
Please go ahead.
So I pretty much get an idea how you got to this place on your screen, but how did you get the host names that you have on your left-hand side, like host name 1 AM 1 CE, like what are all those?
Okay. So on the logical workspace here, you have the capacity to change things around a bit. So Packet Tracer has supplied us with a list of modules that we can place on our computer, right? So if you want a microphone, you can get a microphone, put it on your system. You can see my mouse, right? A
Yes.
headphone and all that. Yes. So right now I'm building a wired network, and I need an Ethernet port like this to do that. And that was what was on the system by default. But while I was explaining, I switched it out. I removed the Ethernet port. I dragged it away, and I placed the wireless alternative here. This WMP is a wireless module. That's what I deployed. But when I was trying to configure now, it's giving me. I noticed that it's not giving me what I needed. So I had to come back to see, okay, what did I do? Then I noticed that I did not return the Ethernet port. So this array is always going to be on your packet tracer. These are just components you can place on your system, really, depending on the network you are using. So if I'm setting up a wireless network now, if I have a wireless router, for example, and I want this PC to communicate with it, I want to network them together, I'm going to keep that this wireless module. I'm going to keep it so that it will be able to use that wireless module to connect to the wireless router. So, do you understand?
Not quite, to be honest. And that's because although I was a little late when you were trying to because my own Cisco packet tracer was downloading. Now we downloaded, I try to follow what you did, like, put the switch 2960 whatever on there, and I clicked on that switch 2960. I got something that looked like what you have on the right hand, where your mouse is right now, where your cursor is currently pointing, something that looks similar to it. But by default, where it says module, I don't see all those host name 1 a.m. and all that. So I'm wondering how you got that, or if I'm even doing the right thing. I know it's sort of fast paced, but if we're gonna follow, we sort of want to understand,
Yeah, definitely. So you are on this screen I am right now, right?
My image definitely looks different from yours.
Yeah, that's because I just zoomed it out. I can just minimize it and it look like this. Is it what you're saying?
Click on how.
No, maybe you are clicking on the server, not the CPU or something, not the PC.
Oh.
Check if you are clicking on the PC, not the server.
Okay, I'll check.
Yes.
Sorry, but I definitely don't want to hold up the class though. You can continue, but
right.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm having some difficulties.
Okay, so if I've just gone back a step and I'm just at the point where I connected the two PCs to the switch. So if you are here, we can still proceed. Are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So what you want to do now is click on the first PC. I don't know what the name convention is on your system, but just click on any of them, either of the PCs. Just tap on it.
Got you. I've seen it. Yes, you're right. I was clicking on the other one. I'm sorry about that. Thank you.
All right, great. So now you can see all of this. You can see all the different modules like I was explaining, right?
Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
All these modules, are they ports? Are they different types of ports?
Yes. So how do I explain this? Yes, there are different types of ports. There are different types of components, really. Okay, let's backtrack. Those of us who have smart TVs, right? You could, for example, you could pair your phone to your TV, and then it reflects what you are seeing. That also, you could stream and do all that, watch YouTube on your TV directly. Now, those who don't have that, they buy something they call the TV box. Somebody should get me the name now because I'm forgetting it. There's something you buy and you connect it to your TV and you allow you to enjoy all those smart features.
Chromecast.
It's actually a TV box.
Okay, TV box, thank you. That's great. So you buy a TV box and you get to enjoy the features of the smart TV. Now, this is a PC tower, And Cisco Packet Tracer wants us to be able to do a lot. They don't want us to be limited in what we can do. So now they have given us all these modules. If you need a particular functionality, just come here and get it. Do you understand? So all these
So
modules
is it
here,
like you buy the box and then like those things on those modules are like the channels that you can enjoy?
no, these modules are like the box itself. If we are using the analogy from a TV, okay, so this is the example. This is the perfect example. Just follow this one. As this system is right now, it has yes, it has an Ethernet port, right? It does not have the functionality to connect to a wireless network as it is right now. Now, if I am setting up a wireless network and I want to place this PC in that network, I want it to function and participate in that network, I can get it a wireless module and replace this Ethernet port with a wireless module. If I place a wireless module on this PC instead of the Ethernet port, it is going to be able to connect to the wireless network that I'm building. That is the essence of having this list of modules here. You can switch it depending on the network you're trying to build. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm not getting a response, so I'll be moving forward.
Honestly, no, but it's okay. I guess it was time to get it. But if I'll be very honest, no.
Okay, Ahmed, please ask a question.
Okay, please, can I chip in something?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, if you look at those modules, the majority of them are called network cards. And if you click on any one of them, at the bottom, at the below menu, as in bottom, you see that there's a description. Like this particular one, this particular card is feature a single Ethernet port that can connect a LAN backbone, which can also support either 6 PRI. PRI is primary rate interface connection to aggregate ISD line. That's a phone line. So that's the function of this particular card. You can put it on a PC, and at the same time, you can put it on a special slot of a router. So that's what it does. So they are just network cards. So, and they have different function. You will see a 3G here. It's like a modem port interface that you can use to connect to the internet. So those are the functions. Just click on it. You see the description below. And from there, you can have an idea of what you need to do. Thank you.
Okay. Does that put this in perspective?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. That's perfect. Thank you so much for coming in. So we're going to move on to the configuration now. So we have a PC name here. You can decide to change that or not. You have that option I was mentioning here that you can dynamically assign your IP, or it could be static. For static, you as the network admin are going to put in your IP address by yourself. So I'm going to do that. We're going to be using what I mentioned earlier, 192. You can just do this .168 .1.1. That's going to be the IP for this guy. Okay.
Please, can you call the default gateway and the DNS server? I can't see it clearly from here.
Okay. The 192 .168.
Automatically.
Is that?
Does it save automatically?
Yes. Once you close it out, you save. There's no save button.
192.168.
168. .1.1.
.1.1. The second one, DNS server.
255.
255.
.255.
.255.
.255 again.
.255.
.0.
.0. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. So we're going to do the same thing for the second PC. We're just going to change the IP to what do we use? We use .1.1. So we're going to use say .1.2 for that one. So let's just do the same thing for the PC one. Okay, so I'm going to put 192.168.1.2 here. Have we done that?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, on the physical component, did you make any changes there, or you just went straight away to the configuration?
Yes, I just went to configuration. I didn't need to make any changes the first time. I was just trying to explain.
Sorry, please.
Yes.
Yeah, for the PC0, for the interface, I'm getting fast internet 0, not your own internet 0.
Yes, who raised their hand?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I've not been able to download it. Oh.
Uh-oh.
The thing is just it's just rolling.
That should be that should be your network, I think.
I click this view more this let me like
that person laughing. Can you mute your mic?
No.
Who is laughing when things are serious things are discussed? Huh?
They should just mute their mic. Something could be
Under
funny in their head.
view courses, I click on view courses under Costco Pascal Tracer, and I click on view courses to download.
Okay. You know what? Just follow the. Let me repost the link. Just follow this link directly.
Okay.
So this packet tracer is going to be the first. It's going to be the first item on this list here.
Okay, this down one.
All right.
Is it the down one?
Yes.
Okay, let me screenshot it.
Hold on, please. Okay. Okay, so packet tracer will be the first thing on the list here when you click this link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So I believe that we are all on the same page now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it for configuration. You could set up your network and change things around a little bit. What I want to do next now is something we can do so you can see how um, your packet is actually going to move around on your network when you send it.
Are we doing any configuration on the switch?
On the switch? No, I don't have any. No, just do that. Does anybody have any other question?
The connection cable you use, because mine is still showing red. Can you just point to it? I mean the connection cable.
Connection table.
I mean crossover and
okay, the cable. Yeah, it's straight through this one. It's straight through.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Coming to the PC, the configuration part, gateway DNS IPv4. Why didn't we use DHCP? Why didn't we use DHCP instead?
DHCP is going to assign IP automatically. Right?
Okay.
Yes. So we are trying to show how we can do it manually, statically. That's why we did not do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. There's one more exercise I want us to do before we go. I know our time is fast, and I want us to create another network and try to ping it and confirm that they're actually connected. I'm trying to think of something we can use for that. Okay. So let's start. Yeah.
Are we using the same configuration address for both PCs?
No, definitely you can't do that. You need to have, for example, now your connection can start from your server to be. You are going to be for your IPv4 network now. Your server could be we are using 192.168.1. The network is 192.168.1. That's the network. The host part is going to be the last part of the octet, right? So your server can be .1.0, right? Then each of your PCs can take the numbers after that. You cannot have two devices of the same IP on the network. I don't know if that's clear enough.
I still can't understand.
No, sir. Can you explain again? Sorry.
Okay, what I'm saying is that on an IPv4 network, right, it has 4 octets. The 192 is one octet. The 168 is another one. Dot whatever. Here we are having .1, right?
Yes.
Another one. Yes. So the first 3 octets, the 192.168.1, that is your network ID. That is the network you are building on.
Okay.
So for your, the last part is your host. The hosts are the end user, at the endpoint, the PCs, the servers, the printers, all of them that have their own individual IPs. They are on that network. The network is the first 3 octets, while the last one is the host ID. So if your server is 196.168.1.0, that's your server. For each of the hosts you are placing on that network, they're also going to have the same network ID, and then you're going to be assigning them host IDs. So for example, the first PC can be 192.168.1. Your server was .0, so your first PC can be .1.1. And the next one can be .1.2. And you can go on with your naming convention like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you. But let me quickly ask this question. Now, if I want to run this, thing on my own, let's say I want to do it on my free period alone, can I choose default gateway? Can I just choose any random number that I want? And it must be that 4 octet.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
As long as it's a valid IPv4 address, yes, why not? Definitely. Okay.
A valid IPv4 address, I don't understand, sir.
IPv4 addresses have a standard. Maybe you could just try to look up on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's something you could just look up. As a standard, there's a range of IPs that you could assign in IPv4. So as long as it is in that range, yes, definitely.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Let me try and read a new. I'm not saving this. Okay, this is probably the last we'll do today. So okay. So let's deploy a server.
Hello, sir. Are we done with the configuration like that?
Yes, we have assigned IPs to the host, like we intended to. Yeah. Let's try something new entirely.
Please, did you clear it? I can't see anything on your packet tracer.
Yeah, I cleared it. You can save yours, but you can clear it as well. Just go on file on the top, like where I am right now. I just clicked on new. So when I clicked on new, it was asking me if I wanted to save it. I said no. You can choose to say yes. It will tell you to save it on your device. Okay. So what we are doing now is going to be very similar to the last one, just that now we are going to throw in a server with our switch. We are going to configure them. We are going to ping that network to be sure that we are having connectivity. So this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be a lot more fun than every other thing we're doing. So I don't know how many 2966 I bought today, but I'm going to buy on that one right now. So if you are following me, you can just go to network device. Let me take this thing up.
Is there a limit to what we can buy? Like, does it get to a point where they don't allow us to buy more?
No, at all.
It's not possible.
Okay.
You're just playing around.
All right, sir.
Yeah. So let's take another 2960 switch, 2960. Or do you have another switch there? Let me just use it for next. Anybody seeing this Zoom, this thing that's floating, is disturbing me? Don't know how to remove it. But let's continue. So two PCs again. Just see. PC2. Yeah. Then let's get a server. Okay. Somewhere like so. All right. After deploying your devices, you're going to connect them. So we're going to begin connection now. Let's connect the PC to the switch like we did the first time. So this is something you should already know. The copper straight through cable. PC0. You're using the Ethernet port to the switch. Right. Let's connect PC1 as well. PC1. Okay. Yeah. Then you're going to connect your server to your switch. Okay, Chukungozi, Rachel, please go on. Chukungozi, Rachel, your hand was up. If you have a question. So now I'm connecting the switch to the server, please. For those who are following, practicing at the same time. Let's connect server. We are using the gigabit connection now to the server.
Can you repeat what you just did, please, when you connected to the server?
Okay, I'm not even done yet. I selected this. I selected the cable, which is still copper straight through cable. Then I clicked on the switch, which I've just done. It's waiting for me to connect the second endpoint now.
Hello.
I'm linking that. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Please.
I can hear you.
I want to know which one should I click? Is it on the 8.2 window, a 64-byte?
Are you on a Windows laptop?
Yes.
And it's 64 bits, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Okay, I should click that one, or should I click? Okay.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay. It's not clicking, no.
But we are connected to the internet, right?
Yes. Yes.
Supposed to click now.
Or should I click the console packet download and install instruction?
That's just going to show you the instruction on how to do it. The actual download is, I think you're on the actual download page. That link will be clickable so that you can download.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have we done the connection to this point?
So when you're connecting your switch to the server, did you use fast Ethernet or gigabit Ethernet?
I use the gigabit, yes. So for the switch to the server, I use gigabit. That's just a faster connection, really, for higher capacity, more reliable connection. You know, the server is basically serving up information. It is holding resources for the host. If they are going to be needing information now, they are going to be coming there. So we need stronger connection.
So I guess that to piggyback on the question that was just asked, can we then use any of the options that we see? Would that still work? or are there specific things we need to know in order to pick any one of the options, whether gigabit or Ethernet, whatever, 0, 1, or whatever the option is?
Yeah, so just as the convention is in the real world, we are trying to keep it as close to that as possible with the packet tracer. Your connection from your PC to your switch, for example, is the regular Ethernet connection cable. That's what you do. But for much more powerful, I'll use that word, connections like the one you are using from your server to the switch, or the one you are using to connect directly to the internet, you need a much more reliable connection because of the kind of data it's going to be carrying really. So that's why you're using the gigabit. It's a higher capacity port. And you will see that the PCs do not have that, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have just done the first part. We are going to be doing the configuration part. Because of what we have seen the first time, we are going to be moving really faster. So we're going to start by configuring the server. You can click on the server. I just clicked on the server. Find the desktop tab now. We have played with the physical, we have played with config. Now we are going to desktop tab, right? It's going to show you an interface like the one you are familiar with on your Windows, just graphical user interface, sort of. So from there, you go to IP configuration, because that's what we want to do. The first one here, right? So it is static, as we mentioned. Then we want to enter our IP address for it now. We're still going to stick to the same 192.168.1.1. This is going to be interesting, trust me. Then we're going to put a subnet mask. Okay, that has been automatically filled in. Yours should also automatically fill in. And it's done. There's no save button here, so I just close it out. We have configured our server. The server is configured. So the next thing, we want to configure the PCs. Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
I'm
so I'm
sorry.
Okay.
Please, I was lost. I just got back to it. I don't understand what to do with the server connection.
I did not hear you well. You don't know what to do with the server connection?
Yeah, I missed that part. The server connection.
Okay. Let me just go back. So click on the server like this. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Click on desktop like I just did. The fourth tab on the top. Is that where you
I've
are?
done that.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So click on the first one here, IP configuration.
Okay.
Yeah, so we want to statically configure this network. So we want to put our IP by ourselves.
All right.
Yes, the IP address. So I put 196, that's for the server now, 196.168.1.1.
Okay.
So your subnet mask for this network, it's supposed to automatically fill in anyway. Just click on subnet
Yes,
mask, supposed to fill in. Okay, great.
yes,
So you can just close that. You are done with the server. That's all we have done. Yeah, so we can now come back to PC. I'm starting with PC 0. On PC 0, the same thing, go to desktop, go to IP configuration like we did for the server, and then we are going to now put the IP for the PC now. For PC 0, let's use .1.2. You know that the server was .1.1. So 192.168.1.2. And the subnet mask auto-filled as well for the network. So you can close that out once you are done.
Can I take it back one step, please, and ask this question?
Okay, go ahead.
So why are we doing 0.2 there?
Okay, yeah. So that's what I explained the first time. For an IPv4 network, it has 4 octets. The first 3 in this network we are building now, the network ID is 192.168.1. That's the network ID. Now, the last octet is the host ID. So we have configured our server to be what did we use? Is it .1?
Yes.
Yes, .1. Good. So now we cannot assign the same IP to different devices on the same network. So we started. We are just the one choosing it now as network admin. So I configured this guy. The server should be .1.1. So I just moved to PC and said this guy should be .1.2. I'll go on like that depending on how many numbers of PCs I want to deploy, right? So I have put .1.2 for this PC 0, right? I can come here and put .1.3. Do you understand?
Okay, that makes sense. But does it, okay, to follow up on that question, does it have to be in sequence or could it be just randomized?
No. It could be random, but you should not assign the
Gotcha.
same thing to yeah.
I see. Okay, thank you.
So
Are
yeah,
you saying that we should all put different numbers, IP addresses?
Yes, if you put different IP address, different IP address, try to remember what you put, because I'll be working with what I put here. Because we are going to ping this network now. We're going to try and see to test if they are actually connected. So if you don't remember the numbers you have put and you are trying to ping when I'm pinging and it's not working, it's going to give us a little problem. So maybe you should just make it.
PC0.
You said?
What did you put in PC0?
PC0, I put .1.2.
Okay.
Yes. So PC1 now, I'll now put .1.3. 192.168.1.3. Abi? Is it 3? Yes, 3.
It's 3.
Then this, yes. Okay, so we have configured the server and the PCs. The next thing we want to do now is I want to check if our configuration was done right. And this is, I think this is the more fun part. So let's start with this first PC0. You can click on it and move to the command prompt now. You know, we use the IP config. Comes to
what about the switch?
Prompt.
Are we doing anything on the switch?
No, please. The switch is not. The switch is just a connector for all of them. We're not configuring anything on the switch. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I just click I'm in the command prompt now. You can click yours and be there too. So what we're going to do is that we want to
click now.
Okay. Command prompt. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, just tap on that. You'll be here. So from this PC0 now, I want to ping. Ping is just test the network. You want to send a message back and forth just to check that the connection is done right. Are you ready to receive communication from this PC? That's what we are going to do now. So this is the command we use. Let's say ping. You want to ping. Who knows what this IP is? 192.168.1.1. Which IP is this one I just entered now?
For the server.
This is the server.
Yes. So I just want to ping the server.
1.2.
Server is 1.1.
Yes.
Yes. So I will just press enter. Have you pressed this command? Press enter. if you set up everything right, you should have something like this. You should have that 4 packets were sent, 4 were received, you lost 0%, and it took about 0 milliseconds to do that for you. Are you seeing something like this?
Yes, this is beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that just shows you that. Who said this is beautiful?
I did. I'm just
Okay.
excited. Yeah.
Okay, let me show you what is more beautiful. Come on, run that command again now. Come on, do that ping again now. Okay, ping 192.168.1.1. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this guy?
Wait, did you press enter and then you got this automatically?
Okay, so let me. I press enter and I minimize the page so I can see how the packet is moving.
Okay.
Yeah, so try and do that. Okay, wait, sorry. Let me close this. 2 things. Can you see my cursor? Comes to simulation here. Click on simulation. Move away from real time. Click on simulation.
Where's your cursor? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Simulation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
You should be seeing something like this.
Yes.
Yes. So if you run that command, you should see it sending the packet the way it is doing now.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on the first thing we did, though, the first command that we ran. I'm getting a request timed out.
Request timed out. Okay, that means something is not right with the configuration.
Okay, now I got another one. It's saying ping statistic for 196, received, sent 4, received 0, lost 4.
Okay,
Hope I'm
so
on the right track.
No, you're not on the right track. So what you will want to do in that situation is that you want to check that your configuration is done right. You want to make sure that the IP you have set up for your PC is correct, your subnet mask is correct. Go over them, go over the 3 configurations you have done. Something is not right. That's showing that the devices are not connected properly. Yeah, just click on it, come to the desktop again. Okay, let me just sorry, who has been able to get that simulation done right? Come to your configuration, and my friend who just spoke, come here and check if
working. Mine is working.
Okay, great, awesome, interesting. So when you are discussing networking, what you're going to be seeing that they're going to tell you that so the packets move from here to here and this and that. So this is how you can actually visualize what's really happening on the network. When you send the ping message, let me go back. When you send that ping message, the first thing that happens is that the PC0, you want it to ping the server. So what it did was send a packet to the switch. The switch now knows where he has him to send that packet to. Is the server, right? Because we put ping, then we selected the address for the server, right? So when the packet got here to the switch was able to identify that yes, this packet is meant for the server, and then it sent it. Server is sending it back, and it's coming back to the yeah, like so, right? That is what happens on your network when you do that. Okay.
Sorry.
Let me see.
Hello. My packet it got stopped, so we just stayed at the pinging 190.168.1.1 with 32 bytes of data. It has not gone beyond that for some time now. It's just there.
Did it tell you that it's failed or anything?
No, it hasn't even. No, I clicked on the simulation you mentioned. before
Yeah,
then.
that simulation
Okay.
button.
Okay. When you click on simulation, press play. The middle button. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you done that?
All right. Something is happening now. All right.
Yeah. That's it. It's happening. That's
Okay.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you have pinged the server. The server has responded. Ugochukwu, please. You can speak.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please, you run something on that PCO0. So I don't know if you can just run that program again. Please, I'm a bit lost there, sir.
Okay, so I'll just open PC0. I'm going to open the desktop. So I'm going to open the command prompt. Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the command line here, you're going to type ping, P-I-N-G. You're going to press space. Then you're going to put the IP address for the server. You could actually ping the other PC also, right? If you put 192.168.1.3 for the other one, then you'll be pinging the other PC. So let's ping the server again. 192.168.1.1. That's the address of the server. So it's going to send packets to the server, and the server is going to respond. That's what the ping does, just to test that they are connected. So I'm going to press enter now.
All right.
Okay, so he said
your simulator has paused the ping.
Okay, let me minimize it and play here. So now it's sending. The switch has received. It's determining where should I forward this guy to, and it's sending to all of them. But it's not intended. It's not intended for PC1. You see, server is marking green. This guy is marking red. It's not intended for him. So only the server will respond.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So it's a complete circle. Yeah.
All right.
Now, what the last thing I want us to do, I know it's our time is fast spent. The last thing I want us to
hello.
Yeah.
Please, I'm sorry for stalling the class. I've been able to get my connection configurations right. So what next? How do I go next from there? I've pinged and I've gotten the actual thing you got there. So what next should I do now?
Okay, so you pinged and you got everything right. You want to see the simulation? You want to see the simulation, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you are going to come to your screen to like where I am. Yeah, where you have real-time and simulation. I'm going to click on simulation.
Okay.
When you click on simulation, these guys will come up. Yeah. So you're going to press play at the bottom, at the middle here.
Okay.
Are you seeing anything on your screen happening?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah. So you are going to be seeing to try to send to the server, and it's going to respond. When it tries to broadcast to everybody on that network, that is sending to both the server as well as the PC. The PC is going to recognize that this packet is not for me because it's not carrying his IP. You're going to see a red cross, like an arrow on the PC side. You're going to see a check mark green for the server showing that yes, this is for me, and the server, only the server is going to respond to that. That's just all. So all those things you read in the book, can actually see the particular sort of the packet system. So before we let's do this last one. Let's use our browser. Okay, so let's go to PC1, right? You open up PC1, desktop tab as you have been doing, and go to the browser. Are you here?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we are going to whatever service that the that's server on our network doing. So I'm going to put the server.
Your voice is going in and out. We can't really hear you
Also,
very
I
well
can't
anymore.
really hear you, sir.
Okay, I'm very sorry. My Bluetooth device was low, and now I'm speaking directly to the PC. Is it better now? I'm coming closer to the.
It's much better.
Okay, great. So let's just put the IP address for the server 192 on the URL 192.168.1.1. Yeah, that's the IP address for the server, and you click on go. That's happening.
I see something on my screen. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to see though.
Cisco whatever, Cisco packet.
Yes, welcome to Cisco Packet Tracer.
Yeah, thank you. That's the service that server is holding. It's holding a page for Cisco Packet. So this just shows us what happens when we are browsing the internet. Every website, every URL that we put on our browser is actually linked to an IP. The URL names is just for humans to remember it. You cannot keep cramming all the IPs in the world. So google.com will actually translate into an IP, and it just be like exactly what you have just done here, and it just takes you to that.
His voice is low. I can't hear him.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So what I was saying is that this server now could be a web server that is holding this page, this welcome to Cisco page that you just saw, just an example that is set up here on Packet Tracer. And I was going on to explain that every website URL that you browse, facebook.com, google.com, they have an IP. The names are just
the URL.
The address, google.com, for example, the domain name, the web address that you browse, when you say google.com, when you say facebook.com, when you paste it on your browser, what your browser is going to do is that it's going to translate it to an IP. The IP that is going to locate the server that is hosting that service you are requesting for. Do you understand?
Sorry, I don't get. I know you're on the desktop, but I can't find. How did you get to the URL?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll just close it, right? I went to, geez, what is this? I went to PC1, right? Are you here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on desktop. And instead of going to the command prompt like we did the last time, I went to the web browser.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to look up the web page that server is holding, that server on our network. I want to look up the web page is serving, right? So I just put the IP address of that web browser here, 192.168.1.1, and press go. Is it bringing up anything for your end?
It's not bringing up anything on my own end though.
Okay, supposed to load up the cisco.com web.
You are not connected to the internet, that's why.
So it's supposed to load
Okay,
up
what
that.
happened? what happened was when I was installing it, it asked access to internet, so I denied it. But I'm actually connected to the internet anyway with my system.
Okay. I think I've messed up my configuration a little bit because mine is not showing too, but it's supposed to carry you to that Cisco like the other person saw.
No, mine is showing Cisco packet tracer. If you're connected to the internet, it will take you to the Cisco packet tracer. If you're not connected to the internet, it won't show you anything. It will be blank like a screen.
Okay, so that's what's happening. And what I was trying to explain is that this IP that we put in the space of the URL is actually what happens in real life. When you browse a website, when you press google.com, machines do not understand what is google.com. What they understand is IP address. And every website, every URL that you browse is paired, is matched to an IP address. That is what the server, the DNS server actually, the domain name service server, that's what they do. It will translate that google.com that you have put on your search bar on your browser. It's going to translate it to an IP like this one, like this 192.1. It's going to turn it to something like this and search for it. When it searches for it, it's going to locate that server like this server that I've deployed, and it's going to show you that service that server is posting. So that's why this IP address was able to locate that page, that website, Cisco.com packet tracer, whatever. That's why it's able to do that, because you have put the IP and it's going to look up what is this service and has shown us the service that's on there. So that is going to bring us to the end of our class today. I hope that you got value, and if you have questions, you can still ask.
Please, someone should help me out.
Yeah.
I've not been able to download it. It's frustrating.
Sorry. If I stop sharing, can you share your own screen?
I don't even know how to. I'm using my phone and I'm using my laptop to do it.
Yeah, it's your laptop you download it on. I don't know why it's not downloading.
Yes, I'm using my laptop to download it.
I wonder why it's not downloading. You said the link is not clicking.
No, I click on I've seen the download Casca Pascal 8.20 latest version 2022. Abi? Yeah. So when I click on it, so it now brought to this install that I don't know how to share the screen so I can show you.
Okay. Did you use the link I post on the group chat?
Yes.
It's supposed to be pretty easy. It's like two clicks from that place. It's supposed to be downloaded already. Because when you click on that link, it will load you up to that labs page of Cisco. You're going to see like 3 items there. The first one is packet tracer. You click it. When you click it, to tell you to select your device type. That's why you are going to have Mac OS on top. You're going to have Ubuntu in the middle, and you're going to have Windows.
Yes, I saw that one.
So when you now click on the Windows, this is the third option. It's going to load up and then tell you to install.
Which place will I see the window?
So when you click that third link, Windows 64 bits, when you click on that one, it's take you to where you're going to download.
It's not. Should I highlight it? It's not clicking. Should I highlight?
Okay, sorry. Can I chip in something?
Yes.
So when I was trying to download mine, I clicked that Windows. So I received a pop-up that this kind of file is harmful to my system. Maybe that's the issue you're having. Just, I don't know, when you see that pop-up like that, just click allow. It will continue downloading.
It's not even clicking until I light it before
it will show like 3 options. One is Mac, that's Mac, and the other one is Windows, and you see
Linux. Close the browser and restart again and start refresh the page. When you refresh the page, it will come on.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. I think has downloading, but she's not seeing it download. What browser are you using? Are you using Firefox or Google Chrome or what?
I'm using Chrome.
Chrome. On top,
Yes.
you see something like that looks like an arrow on top.
Yes.
Open that.
I've clicked it.
What do you see there?
Is it something like arrow?
Yes, at the top of your browser.
Oh. Okay.
Have you seen it? When you click on it, what are you seeing there?
I just see this Gmail, YouTube, and map.
Wonderful. I think hers is downloading, but she doesn't know where it's downloading to.
She's not saying where it's downloading into.
Yes, that's the issue. I think
Someone suggested we send the setup file to how big is this? I've forgotten. What's the size of this Cisco? Let me check.
I think it's 255. If she can send me an email, I can send the setup file to her to get it or something like that.
Okay, so please can you drop your email address so that somebody can just send you the setup, you just install straight.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Drop your email address so that he can pick it and send to you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
Mr. Kadi, I have a question.
Okay,
fine. Oh, I'm sorry. Is class over? Can I ask a question or should we postpone? Okay. On the command prompt where we have the codes and before we got to the simulation, at that point where I said beautiful, should that mean anything to us? I mean, or is it just something that web developers should be concerned about?
No, it's what it does is it aids the understanding of networking. See, when you are learning networking, I struggle with it a lot. I still do. Lots of people do. So it looks abstract to you because they're explaining what happens on a network and you are not seeing it. You're not seeing it physically. They tell you that the packet goes from layer 1 to 2, it does this and that. The packet's moving. There's a broadcast message. Now, the beauty of this one is that now we are seeing it happen real time. Like you sent a ping message, you can see with your eyes how the packet is moving on the network. That's the whole essence of the packet tracer. It helps you to visualize, to make it more real to you what is happening on the network. Right? So when it sends that ping message, it sends a packet, and the packet is intended for that IP address that we have put it. So that we have put in it, and we put the IP address for the server. Now it's going to try to send that message to the server, and the server will receive it. Yes, this is for me. That's my IP address, and I'm going to respond to it to confirm. So when you are studying networking from the basics, all of this needs to be there, but it's just going to be abstract. This makes it more visual, something you can connect more with. That's the way I see it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, everyone. Do you have any more questions?
One, please. Like I explained, I deny the packet tracer access to internet. So please, how do I give it that permission so I'm able to?
Yeah, so you should. I've not done that, but you should be able to do that. Let me see. Is there anywhere like settings or permissions? You have to just look around the options.
By the way, it was Windows Defender that requested whether I should give the app permission to internet, and I just denied. It was Windows Defender.
It was who? It was who?
Windows Defender.
Okay, yeah. So go to Windows Defender and reverse what you just did. Tell him you trust the guy you wanted to use it. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you for hanging around till now. It's been like how many hours? Yes, I'm wrapping up. We are done. We are done. So if you have any further questions, you can drop it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it for today. Thank you all for being around to this moment in time. Amen.
Please, the file has not been sent. Please, the file has not been sent.
It will send it. It will send it. Don't worry.
Okay.
So you drop your email address. It will
I'll
send
drop
it.
it. Okay.
Then he's sending it right now. He's sending it. You will get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, one more question, sir.
All right.
Just to be sure I did the right thing here. Some of the packets that are sending from my switch, it's when it gets to the PC, it will like show red, this now mark bad. But what I'm seeing on your own screen, yours is green, or everything there is green. So I don't understand why mine is showing red.
No. Okay, let me explain what happened. When you send that ping, right? We added that we want to ping the server, right? We put the IP address of the server, right? That's what we did. 192.168.1.1. Yeah, so that message is intended for the server. So the first thing that it does is it sends through the switch to the server, and then the server is going to respond because it identifies that this message is intended for me, right? The next thing it tries to do is it tries to send a broadcast message. That is the one that you are observing. When it sends from that PC 0, gets to the switch, it's going to spread out to all the endpoints on that network. So it went to both the PC1 as well as the server. When it gets to the PC1, it's going to mark red because PC1 doesn't have that IP address. The message is not for PC1. So PC1 is going to ignore it. It doesn't recognize that message. However, when it goes to the server is going to confirm that, yeah, this message is for me. It's going to mark it good, like you saw, and then it's going to reply to that channel. That's what you were seeing on your screen. That one on my side too.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to practice more though.
Yes, please do.
And then, so when is this class lecture going to be shared? Because last Friday's lecture was very important, but I still haven't gotten a recording of it yet.
Okay, yes, that's a good question. So what Leo was saying before we started this class is that we are uploading all our classes to YouTube now. So what we are going to do, we are going to drop the link to that YouTube channel so that you can see all the classes on there. So we're going to upload all the classes. If they have not been uploaded already, they're going to be uploaded to the YouTube, and then you can see all the recordings for every class on YouTube.
Okay,
so
makes sense.
What I'll confirm with Leo is that when the link is available, we'll make it put it in the group so that everybody can see.
Okay, good, because that Friday class is really important. Thank you.
It really was it's foundational to what we did today, because if you don't understand what switches and routers are, I don't know why we are doing packet tracer. Okay, Victor. I think Victor will be the last hand we're taking, please. Victor, please go on.
Okay, yeah. I just look at the server. Can the server act as a DHCP server rather than setting up the static IP address for the PC? Can it act as a DHCP? They automatically set a IP address for the PC.
Yes, you can. Yes, it can. If you put dynamic on that.
I tried doing that today, but it's not going through.
Okay. It depends on your setup. If you configure it to be a DHCP server, it's going to do that. It's going to
okay, thank you.
We could actually look more into that. You could look more into that. Like, how do you configure your server to do DHCP? Okay. Okay, everyone. That'll be it from my end. Thank you very much. Which batch is the wicked one?
Okay. Thank you. Your lecture was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good night. I don't know who is about. Should I end the call or something? Turn the stop recording. Yes. All right. So good night, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.